Take me back to Janky Town. I want to get back to Janky Town.
Around issues like this with diets, too, I find, like, people are always kind of moving their parameters so that they'll get an answer. Like because I worked in food and ag for so long, or I guess I still do, I get asked a lot, like, what is the most sustainable way to eat meat?
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
But people always want
so they've already created a parameter, right, where it's like, well, the most sustainable thing to do is not eat meat.
I'll go right. I'll move heaven and earth to eat meat sustainably, but like I won't like go through a little bit of trouble to not eat meat.
Exactly. Or the thing, and I love it. It's a very like well meant, and it's great that people are asking, and a lot of people are, especially people who eat meat, where they're like, "What's the best meat to eat?" And there is no best meat. It just matters what you care about. Like if you care about human welfare, then you should probably eat beef. If you care about the climate, then you should eat chicken. If you care about antibiotic use, then there's a whole nother thing. Or, you know, the animal welfare, then like for sure avoid mutton and you know, like so it's there's always trade-offs. There's not one that's best all around.
Sure. Except
for maybe ostrich meat. I'm a huge advocate for eating ostrich. Ostrich, they're incredible converters. So
meaning
it takes very little inputs, feed, and resources to create a pound of ostrich.
Right, like if you took all the grain, you would feed make 100 cows, which would feed X amount of people. But if the people just ate the grain,
that's exactly what it is. It's like 14 pounds to 1 for a pound of beef, compared to like 7 pounds for a pound of chicken or something like that. And ostriches are like off the chart good. I forget what exactly their conversion is, and they like to be close together, and they're really heat tolerant. So they're like one of actually the best animals to ranch and eat, and the meat's good.
Are they abundant in population?
They are in some countries ranch them a lot. South Africa, I think Australia ranches them a lot. We have some, I guess, in like Texas and stuff.
You probably get a good take for one animal.
You do,
too, right?
You do, and they grow quick. They grow up quick.
Yeah. Huh.
So
I would think the best thing to hunt or the best thing to eat would be something that you can kill yourself, right? So you're not dealing with, how the sausage is being made, so to speak, and that is overpopulated. So like in this area, deer are very overpopulated.
It is.
And it's not good for the deer. It's not good for the environment, the ecosystem. So it actually should, by killing and eating a deer, you're probably solving a couple of different... Because if you don't kill that deer, it might starve or get eaten by. It might die like a horrible death.
No, it will. That's very probable. So that does make sense. I guess it's once again, it's like how you ask the question, how you frame what's possible, right? Because we're going to be a planet. So one way that I like to ask the question of myself of like what should I eat is to think about a planet of 10 billion people, because that's going to be our projected
how soon?
Population. It was supposed to be by 2050, right?
I don't know. I've heard,
but I think we've kind of leveled out a little. I don't know.
You think so? It seems like less people are having children.
Yeah, certainly in the industrialized world.
Yeah. Which citizens in that world consume more resources
way more,
as well,
that's the
right?
same as 50 citizens.
Really?
Yeah, the impact of one American child is the same as 50 Ethiopian children.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't tell my friends we're having children this, but so that's a different way to think about it, right? So it's like, okay, if I'm sharing the world with 10 billion people, what is a way that we can all eat and still live on a planet that's worth living on?